All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another movie review with Popcorn and Soda. And today we're going to review Tenet, and I've got a special guest on today, Andy Rogala. He is an actor himself, amongst many other great things. And he is fresh out of the movie himself, seeing this movie Tenet. And man, tell me what you thought. Were you as confused about it as I was? Did you feel like you needed to see it one more time?
I mean, I'm probably going to see it another time, but I think when you start to see the little pieces come through, especially that first bullet catch,
Mm-hmm.
then you start looking for little things throughout the film in the side, in the scenery, uh, not quite perfectly in focus, and that is the type of stuff that kind of informs, I think, the plot going forward.
Yeah, I definitely was thoroughly impressed with, I love movies that pull emotions out of me, and even more so if it's like anger or, the opposite of like happy. I think happy is an easy emotion to pull, but when you can get really angry with an actor or so on, and I felt in this one in particular, I felt I was very much with the actor where I was confused very much about what was going on in the first half. And then the second half, they start putting the pieces together, and definitely towards the end was like, okay, I still need to watch it one more time, but I got it. I got it, man. And just, man, touch on that. You being an actor yourself, man, how did you feel about all that in here?
Well, I mean, the performances for me were, they were grounded, they were honest, they were pretty much everything you want in this type of film. If Sometimes it's easy for in science fiction or weird fiction, um, anything that has these kind of logic jumps that you as the audience are required to make, it's easy to find actors kind of overacting or playing too much into the genre, where I felt everyone's performance was very like grounded, and it was believable that this is how people are going to act based on the information that they have. And the more information they have, the more comfortable they are with the weird shit that's going to be coming after.
Yeah, I definitely was thoroughly impressed. Even pleasantly, I didn't even think about it when I saw Robert. What's his name? Pattinson.
Robert
Um,
Pattinson.
yeah, I didn't expect that one. I didn't remember seeing his name in it. So when I saw him, I was like, A, surprise, and B, was like instantly like, oh, I like this character, and it was nice. And I definitely think John David Washington, being the acting royalty he is, son of Denzel, I
Mm.
thought I've already liked him too, and that's a lot of the reason I was super excited to see him playing this role. And even the guy who plays the villain, what's his name here?
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, I super hated him. I was like, man, I was like, Urgh.
Right.
And I just overall I thought they did a good job. I don't know. I felt like there were some areas where, like I said, I want to go back and see it again because I just maybe some areas that just weren't explained enough for me, or I just everything was moving so fast. I mean the action was awesome in my end. I thought they did a great job. How do you feel about that? The cinematography, all that stuff.
Yeah, for me, one of the big issues I have with a lot of action movies is that the set pieces are so big that you start to lose the little moments uh, that make movies worth watching. And even though a movie could be, 90 minutes to 3 hours long, what keeps you engaged as an audience member is those little moments. And this movie kind of delivered even within the action scenes, because you had to pay attention to little details, and little action pieces are going to pay off later on.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the action 100% delivered. The car chases, little things like before you even see a car chase, you see the side view mirrors cracked. So something's going to play into how that mirror got cracked,
A lot of
even
foreshadowing
though
for
we haven't
sure.
even hit the accelerator yet.
Yeah, it was definitely you know, these hints of something's about to come, and then be able to come full circle and bring it all back together. And then, I truly enjoyed the dynamics of the two lead characters and how they're, Robert Pattinson's character is kind of like, yeah, I know a little bit more than you, and you'll figure it out here, and and then it just like that kind of nod at the end of like, you know, even though I'm leaving you, I will see you again. And it
Right.
was cool, man. You know, time movies are always, you got to be careful with, because it's just, you know, you can mess up or you can do a really good job with time travel type movies. And this was, I thought, kind of a different take on it, man, and did a really good job.
Yeah, very, very much so. It wasn't like your traditional kind of loop where you essentially have infinite tries or potentially infinite tries to kind of fix what you screwed up, like your Groundhog Day or your Happy Death Day or Arc on Netflix. That it's just going through the same thing beat by beat over again. This, even though you're essentially operating within a singular timeline and you're going back through it, um, some of those, like, again, you're not replacing the last thing, you're fitting your future actions into the past that you're interacting with, and that was a very interesting take on it.
Right on, man.
I
And
felt.
yeah, I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. Some of, you know, my favorite movies that I can watch over and over again are all by him. And another one of those too where I didn't realize later, and I was like, oh man, no wonder I liked it. Definitely good job on him, and being the fact, you know, you got also such a great eye with the camera. You know, I was thoroughly visually impressed again. You know, from you. I mean, did it impress you too, or were you a pretty hard critic on this one?
Oh, well, I mean, there were certain things that I noticed, basically, like, while again, almost like from the beginning, you see there's significant, like, palette shifts. It starts off a little bit warmer, then as he approaches death, you get very cool, and then coming back from that, you start to add warmth, almost like the more knowledge he has, the kind of warmer the world gets.
Hmm.
Uh,
Man, I'd have to pay close attention on that second time around. Okay.
yeah, so it's little things, kind of like the wardrobe they choose, the palette they choose, um, and they're very subtle. They're not enough to pull you out. They're not um, certain shows and certain movies will do like a harsh distinction in color, show the difference between like a flashback and the present day, like very warm or very, very cool tones. And this was almost like a subtle evolution without ever pushing it too far, that you feel jarred out of it. But there is a hint of warmth with his growing knowledge.
Hmm. Yeah. And how did you feel about the script? You thought the script was pretty good too,
Yeah, I
writing
mean, I
wise?
there was a lot to like about it. Um, there, it's like some of the things uh, that I didn't necessarily love were, um, I think, with our main characters, most of them are grounded uh, by the process of saving time and the mission of saving the universe, which clearly, like, that's an important mission. That is the through line of the movie. Um,
Stopping World War III, baby.
exactly, but the I think just kind of the personal connection that Kat had with her son,
Hmm.
um, that is the most human and most grounded kind of like storyline. And I wish there was a little more to fill out some of the other characters. Um, I understand they essentially are soldiers, um, protecting a timeline, but something I think some of those slightly more human wants and needs, other than just knowledge
Yeah.
and
Now,
purpose,
now that you bring
I
it
would
up,
have
I
liked.
definitely remember thinking how John David Washington's character really attached himself to her. And I don't know if I missed the connection of why he felt so connected to her versus like just treating it like a job and being emotionless. Again, I could watch this
Right.
movie again. I feel like I could, just like
Yeah.
any of Christopher Nolan's movie, I could probably watch this thing a few times and always find something new in it. But overall, man, I definitely, you know, It moved fast, and when it was over, I was
Mhm.
like, wow, dang, okay.
Yeah.
I almost
Yeah,
was
and
wondering.
that's one of those things where I wish there was something to kind of inform his his like connection to her just just a little more.
Yeah.
And uh Christopher Nolan typically is not a guy to do sequels, and there is more to this universe, so much more than we've seen.
So you
um
would like to maybe see more, possibly, like whether it be a sequel or I don't know, a series possibly too. Do you think the universe is big enough for something like that?
I mean, absolutely it is. It's I highly doubt he would ever let that happen. But there is there are more details to inform this world. There is so much world building done that there's not there's no way that you can touch on all of it in the allotted time for a feature film. But there's more to it, and I think it's just probably going to be left to our imaginations to fill in the blanks ourselves.
Right on, man. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. How would you overall, man? How would you rate the movie in your book?
I mean, for me, it's good. I'd give it probably like a solid like 7.5 out of 10.
Hmm.
For
Okay.
me, it doesn't reach the levels of like Inception or
Hmm.
The Dark Knight
Hmm.
from Christopher Nolan. I'd put it probably in maybe in the same range as like The Prestige, um, maybe even a little. I love Memento. Um,
I do too, man.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
maybe a
naming all my
touch
favorites, man.
more engaged, even if it's missing the like the emotional core that Memento had.
Well, right on, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me, and I hope you, in the future, do another one with me. A few more, actually. So, again,
Absolutely.
man, thank you, bro.
Absolutely. All right, man. Take care.
Awesome, bro. Signing off here. Thank you, Andy. Popcorn and soda movie review for Tenet. Peace. We out. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed that movie review. Make sure you watch more upcoming movie reviews with us on Popcorn and Soda. Also, check out our other videos as well. And make sure you also like and subscribe. Until next time, enjoy.